Hi everyone, I'm Nadine Ostern. I'm the Cisco Chair in Trusted Retail. I'm here with Graeme Hughes. So Graeme, welcome to QT.
Thanks for having me. Lovely to be here.
Yeah, thanks for being here. It's our pleasure to have you. So today we will talk about a white paper that we just released. It's the Trust Trend Report 2024. And it's co-published by Cisco and Innovation Centre of Brisbane. And it's part of our Trust Experience white paper series. So what we did in this trend report is actually assessing consumer trust in retail technology. But today we want to go a bit away from the white paper, look behind the stats and start a discourse with you, Graeme, with the people online and also with people who might want to join us for an event on the 21st of October, speaking with our distinguished guests about how we can actually proactively build trust in retail technologies. So let's kickstart things, Graeme. And I think always with people with an impressive background in CV, it's always good to pass on the mic, not literally, but pass on the mic to you to give us a short introduction about your role at Griffiths and maybe also your relation to retail.
Absolutely. So I've been in the customer and retail space for 20 odd years now. I've done everything from start my own businesses, retail stores on fashionable James Street, it's probably cooler than me, to online e-commerce. And that really evolved over time to doing consultation and providing advice and strategy. In my new role in about 5 odd years I've been there, I am now the head of executive education for Griffith University. But I'm one of the consumer experts in the space, and I'm always looking at trends and what is happening in the consumer space. Very interesting.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Well, thanks for being here. Well, with your background, let's kick things off with my first question to you. Well, maybe you can explain from your viewpoint why trust is important in the retail space, and when I can give a bit of a biased question maybe here, why trust might be more important than ever today in the retail space.
Yeah, that's a really important question. I think that when we look at the relationship that businesses have with their consumers, it's always based around trust. And effectively, it's really hard to earn, but really easy to lose. So it's something that we need to protect wherever we are in that customer journey, and being really aware of those factors that might come in and actually play a part in degrading trust over time. I think the white paper highlights, really quite nicely some key areas for businesses.
Yeah, thank you so much. So, I think we're one of the first to read the paper outside of our research and Cisco bubble. So I'm really interested in your opinion. Why should retailers and decision makers read this white paper from your perspective?
Yeah, so obviously the business landscape is changing rapidly, and so as this technology, it's moving at such a pace, and consumers are more adaptable, and they're requiring more, they're asking more, they're wanting more. And from a business standpoint, a lot of the time we're playing catch up. We're trying to meet the needs of the consumer. Sometimes at a much faster pace than what we can keep up. So when we're implementing new technologies, design methodologies, even coming up with services or products, we need to be very mindful of how trust is still at the core of those evolutions. And I think that, the highlights in that paper are just so important.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I like the point that you made with the finding the balance, but also the feeling of racing after the customer, but also racing behind technological trends. I think that captures really nicely the situation that we are at the moment in the retail space, right? So I said we wanted to start a discourse today. So what I'm really interested in, because you have so much experience working with retailers and working in retail as well, from your experiences, what are best practices and maybe one of your favorite or think is most proven practice to build proactively trust with customers in the retail space, especially in technologies or when technologies are involved?
Yeah, I think the big thing with customers is that they're switched on, they're smart, they're intelligent, and they're aware. And you need to be transparent with them in terms of being the guardian of their data, being mindful of how you use that for the betterment of them. And, I think that it's really important to maintain that relationship above all else.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if you try to win them on price, for example, it really takes away from that core offering. So the value proposition really, I think, should be centered around trust, not price.
Yeah, that's a very good point. Well, Graeme, thank you so much for being here today. We were lucky to have you and have your expertise here. Thank you for everyone listening. Please think about potentially downloading the paper, also register for our event. We will highlight the key points of the white paper at this event and at the 23rd of October, and have distinguished guests to talk about the ways forward and how we build trust in retail technology today, but also in the future. I will be there. I think you will most likely also be there. So if you want to connect, please show up and let's build trust in retail technology together.